let's kind of move on from that. Let's turn the page. Let's look ahead for this weekend. The Dallas Cowboys 425 game, which I always hate seeing the Bengals play at 425. That's just a me thing. Biggest news, obviously, Dak Prescott will not be playing the game. He broke his hand. He's going to have surgery. I think he already had surgery. They said it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks, but I don't think they're placing him on IR, which is super weird. But that's Jerry Jones for you. But yeah, so I think the Bengals will be playing Cooper Rush is going to be their starter. And just starting on the offense side of the ball against them, they do have some weapons. I like CeeDee Lamb. I think Tony Pollard should be their starter by the end of the season. I think he will be. But besides that, and obviously Zach Martin is a perennial Hall of Famer, but besides that, this offense is not as daunting as we've seen in years past.
Yeah, and I mean, without Dak, that Cooper Rush he was really, really, really bad. Watching that Sunday night game, I mean, maybe they kind of scare me. I think their offense right now is without Dak is almost comparable to a Pittsburgh type of offense. Like some weapons. I mean, my biggest worry is do you take the Pittsburgh blueprint and just run a reverse, play the too high, pray to God that the Bengals, for some odd reason, decide to run the ball every single time from under center and beat themselves in a sense from a schematical standpoint. I don't know what to think about this game. Obviously, I'm worried about Micah Parsons, and you never know. Diggs, you can say he's bad, blah blah, but he's in the right place at the right time somehow, getting picks like that. I think it'll just be an interesting game. I mean, it'll be really interesting to see, as long as they clean up the mistakes. That's really all I want. Don't turn the ball over. I think the defense should have, a relatively easy time. I would like to see them get some sacks this week too, if they're given opportunities. And I think those opportunities present themselves as long as the offense gets themselves out on a good start.
Yeah, I mean, this is the NFL. There's no free wins. They're not just going to hand it to you. You got to go earn it. But I like some of the pieces on the Cowboys, but I don't think they're not a team that the Bengals should struggle with if they're playing, good football. But on the other hand, too, it's the pessimistic side of me will come out. I can't tell you the last time the Bengals beat a backup quarterback. I can name multiple that I'll even be an asshole. Mitch Trubisky just beat us. I don't
They beat Huntley last year.
It wasn't even Huntley. It was Josh Johnson. You're right. I do remember.
Whatever.
I do remember that now. Thank you. But yeah, it's just I don't.
He's not the backup.
Yeah, I just.
He was though.
He was the third.
Because Mike White was technically the starter.
Yeah, technically, but
he's
he
the
was
backup.
Yeah, and I just.
Yeah, so same
one
thing.
One of those weird things, the Bengals tend to struggle with them, but I don't know. What I want to see out of this game is just treat it as a get-right game. I mean, I want to see the O-line look better, even though I don't think it was as bad as people think. I want to see the O-line get a push. I want to see Joe Mixon have a good game. I want to run the ball. I want to be smart. I'm not saying run a Browns type system or anything where with Brissett where they're trying to hide a quarterback. That's not what we need to do. We have Joe Burrow, but I don't want to see Burrow pass 50 times. I don't want to see him pass 40 times. I want to see us have a balanced offense that is moving the ball efficiently and putting points on the board. And then I'm excited, and hopefully we'll see it from this game, is I'm excited to see what this defense looks like with a lead. Because I do think that's a huge part of the sack thing. It's really hard to get sacks it's easier to get sacks when you're winning in a game and the other team's in pure passing sets, and you can kind of you can tell a Trey Hendrickson to pin your ears back and go get the quarterback. So I'm excited to see that, but it's one of those games I want to see just a solid game from the Bengals. I want to get that taste out of my mouth from last week. I just want to see us play normal football and look good. And I mean, come away with a win. Just doesn't have to be the most beautiful thing, but just come away with a win and don't do whatever the hell we watched last week.